Right, hello guys, and welcome to today's video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about how we'll probably never ever see the end to cheating in Call of Duty, especially with the news that broke out about 4 or 5 days ago. I didn't really see anyone cover it, so I'm going to cover it for you guys today, just in case you haven't seen it. But this news and information is very worrying, because it seems even if you fine or sue the cheating companies such as Engine Owning that we're going to be talking about today, it is not going to deter them, no matter how much money they lose, probably because of the amount of money that they are making from the cheating that they are able to provide in games such as Call of Duty, Battlefield, you name it. But Call of Duty, of course, is one of the big notorious ones, and ones that you guys, obviously being familiar with this channel, being a Call of Duty channel, will probably understand a lot. And the reason I'm kind of making this video is not only because this information came out about 4 or 5 days ago. Of course, right now is the free play access weekend, as we normally get every so often. This is probably to combat X-Defiant, with obviously X-Defiant releasing and that being quite popular. I think Call of Duty is part of this free play weekend to try and get people playing the game still. Don't know whether it's working or not, but I do know it has got a lot of cheaters working again. A lot of people are cheating again, quite simply because it is, a low risk, high reward sort of thing. You can go on the game, cheat for free, use cheats and stuff. I'm sure some of the cheat providers are also probably providing cheats free for the weekend, like they normally do, to try and get you to buy the cheats. And yeah, we've got a massive influx of cheaters right now. It'll be a great thing when this free access is over. I do like the idea of the free access that we get given every so often. I don't personally need it, of course, but I like the idea that people get to try the game for free and stuff. But unfortunately, every time this happens, we seem to get an influx of cheaters, because it is easy to make an account. You play on an account for free. You can do it on whatever you want to, mainly PC, of course, but you can obviously cheat on Xbox and PlayStation, as much as people like to believe you can't. You can. Obviously, there is the cronus in that as well, which is another form of cheating, but we're talking more about like menu hacks, wall hacks, you name it. And yeah, so we're going to talk about a statement that came out a few days ago. If you guys didn't know, Engine Owning, the biggest cheat provider out there, the most well-known and probably best cheat provider out there, which I hate to say the name, and and some people are going to say that I'm promoting the cheats and stuff. I'm not promoting the cheats by saying the name. Quite simply, it is the company. I think everyone knows it. You'd have to be living under a rock to not know that Engine Owning is one of the biggest cheat providers out there. They make absolute bank off of Call of Duty through selling and providing cheats, of course. And they are a cheat provider that has been ordered to pay Activision $14.5 million in damages. They were successfully sued in court by Activision for the damages that they cause by providing cheats in every single game Activision has, specifically, of course, Call of Duty. But they shared a statement claiming that the site currently has new owners that are not listed in the lawsuit. What this means is those people that own the site aren't liable to be sued. So is Activision ever actually going to see this money? We don't know. This is probably going to go to another court case, another ruling, and all that. And there's a lot for Activision to deal with. But at least Activision's trying, Can't get, fault Activision. Of course, the only reason they're probably doing this is because this is now affecting their income, right? Activision only seems to, work on certain things when it massively affects their income. And right now, I imagine Engine Owning is massively causing a big issue to their games, because people do quit for cheating. I see you guys a lot in my comments putting that you don't play this game anymore, especially like Modern Warfare 3, for instance, that you don't play because of the cheating. Those of you who play rank play don't play because of cheating. Those of you who play rank play in Warzone don't play because of cheating. Cheating is a big thing, and it turns a lot of people away from the game. And again, it's not just typical to Call of Duty, but it is a big thing in Call of Duty. Call of Duty being one of the most popular, if not the most popular, sort of FPS game out there, without, of course, counting Counter-Strike. And now we're talking more like console and stuff like that. It's a massive hurt, it massively deters people away from playing the game when they get beat by a cheater or get, constant cheaters in their games. But in this statement that I will put up on the screen for you now, Engine Owning released this, saying, "For the last few weeks, we have been working to identify the latest detection vector and to increase the overall security of our MW3 cheat. We aim to release a test version shortly after the Call of Duty Season 4 release." Now, whether or not that's live now, it probably is, I imagine. "The cheat will remain in the unknown status for some time, so we can make sure there will be no unforeseen issues. Please understand that only after a successful test period will we provide more detailed insights about the detection. All subs, so currently the people who actually pay for cheats, pay a monthly or yearly or whatever it is subscription that they are making, money from these people from, will stay frozen until the status is back to undetected. All users with a paid MW3 and Warzone sub will be able to use the cheat while it's on the unknown status." So, yeah, people out there currently cheating are going to get free access to this new cheat that they're working on. There's been a lot of false claims regarding the lawsuit against Engine Owning. All the guys targeted in the lawsuit are inactive and have been for a long time. The project was handed over to a new owner years ago. Some news articles claim that Activision got access to the data of our users. This is completely false, and to no surprise, those news articles don't link any kind of source. All relevant documents regarding the lawsuit are publicly available if you want to look it up for yourself. So again, you can look at this information as well. But yeah, now Activision is trying to claim our engine-owning .2 domain. We have created backup domains listed below and kindly ask you to bookmark them. So even if Activision does get access to taking down engine-owning itself, the entire site, to be able to own the access to it and to stop the cheating, engine-owning has made a list of backup domains in order to be able to do what they are doing right now, which is providing a cheat service. And that's just a massive headache. You know, how many lawsuits are Activision going to have to go to before they claim every single domain that engine owning can possibly make, before they just change the name to something else and try a different cheat provider? It just sounds ridiculous, but this is how petty of a company this is. But I can understand from their point of view, because if they don't care about video games, at the end of the day, they're providing cheats and they're making a ridiculous amount of money from these cheats. But anyway, we hope and think that our domain register will not defer to this bogus claim that would not have been provided by any clear-headed judge with even basic democratic values in a proper jurisdiction. No matter what happens, the data of our users will always be safe. Privacy has been a top priority for everyone in our team. We've also decided to work on a free light version of our MW3 Warzone cheat with full ESP once the paid cheat is back to undetected, and then they list the backup domains. So not only that, they're kind of upping the ante here. They're given a free light version, so probably a access to the cheat that doesn't have every single thing that it can do, but it's still going to have forms of cheating available in this, you know, free cheat that's going to go about on one of the biggest sites, or the biggest site provider of cheats. This is not good, you know, and this is a company that is literally getting threatened with a $14 million lawsuit and is still saying, nope, we're going to make backup domains, we're going to make more cheats, we're actually going to give you more free access to cheats, as a big, almost like FU to Activision, it seems. But this is going to affect, of course, us as players. You know, who's it really going to hurt? It's not really going to hurt Activision that much. They're trying to do this because obviously it is turning some players away from their game. But ultimately, this is who's affecting. This is affecting us, the players. And how many people out there now are going to be, you know, wanting to get those access to that free cheat simply because it's going to be there for everyone? You know, there's people out there who probably turn to cheating because of people cheating on them. And again, this is just not going to help at all. I understand where Activision is coming from, though. I like what Activision is doing here. They have went about the right way of this to trying to actually resolve the problem. But it does seem this whole suing the cheat provider isn't actually going to solve anything. It is, if anything, is going to cause 2 times, 3 times, maybe even 4 times as big of a problem, because they are trying to actually actively sue the cheat provider. And again, I understand this. This makes a lot of sense. You know, even if they do get this money, I imagine cheat providers make way more than $14 million in a year. I could be massively wrong on that, but you think about monthly subscriptions, yearly subscriptions, how many people must pay for the cheat and then get detected and then they have to pay for a new cheat. It probably makes millions upon millions upon millions, more than $14 million. You know, I imagine companies like this could be making up to like $50 million a year. I'd love to see if there's numbers out there to say what cheat providers are making right now, but it is probably through the roof. And again, this is just to engineer. The only good thing that will come from the fact that this lawsuit exists and the fact that they are suing for $14 million is the smaller cheat providers, right? There are people out there who will go to smaller cheat providers, probably looking for cheaper cheats or cheats that they think won't get detected because it's a different cheat to engine owning's cheat, and it's a cheat that, you know, is less used, so it'll be harder to detect by Activision's, you know, Call of Duty detections and any other games that they have that, you know, try to detect cheats. Those companies might be put off by this and might shut down their sites. The chances of that, though, are very unlikely, because simply cheat providers that are very small in name, very small, you know, in what they do, are very unlikely to get hit by a lawsuit by Activision, because they simply won't be worth the time or the money for Activision to go out and get. Engine owning, a little bit different. Bigger company, bigger cheat provider. Probably the biggest problem with Call of Duty is caused by engine owning and its cheats that they provide. And yeah, I just think, I don't know what to think anymore, really. Where are we at now in Call of Duty, where we're at a point that you can sue a cheating company and probably cause yourself more damage in the long term with a short-term game of that winning, you know, $14 million. And of course, this doesn't help us as players. At the end of the day, that $14 million isn't going to help provide Call of Duty with better servers, maybe, or better cheat detection in that. It's not really going to help Call of Duty itself. It's just going to be more money into Activision's pocket. So I don't know where we go from this, but I want you guys to let me know in the comments down below, what do you think? What do you think about the current situation with cheating Call of Duty? Do you think it's going to get much worse now because of this lawsuit? I understand the idea of what Activision was trying to do here, trying to sue the provider of cheating and hopefully deter it, but it seems to me this is going to cause a bigger a much larger issue to cheating in Call of Duty. And who knows, this might all start with Black Ops 6. When Black Ops 6 releases, who knows how big cheating is going to get? Because right now in Call of Duty, it's already a massive issue, and it looks like it's going to get even worse with this information that's come out. But I want you guys to let me know your thoughts and opinions down below in the comments. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe with notifications on. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Goodbye.